mixing with flair. Every sip's a moment we're happy to share. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worry slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for the day. The clock don't matter, we're lost in the vibe. Jazz in the air, feel the soul come alive. From martinis to bourbon, we're riding the wave. Stealing this hour, it's the freedom we crave. Sun's still shining, but we're in our zone. This bar's our shelter, our temporary home. One more round before the world calls us back. Savor the moment, keep the blues in the rack. We'll laugh and we'll toast till the afternoon fades. Memories made in these liquid escapades. Liquid lunch, pour it smooth, let it flow. Friends round the table where the good times grow. Raise a glass, let the worry slip away. Liquid lunch, we're living for today. So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun. Our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon. Chasing that jazz under the high noon.
Va salute, and yes, it is high noon in the Midwest of the United States, and that means it's lunchtime, and it is Thursday, so it is Thankful Thursday's liquid lunch. Yes, came to find out just a little while ago on X that I guess Thankful Thursday is actually a popular hashtag. So I got to make sure that when I share out these streams on Thursday, I share it out under the hashtag Thankful Thursday. Lots to be thankful for today, starting with all of you. Let me see whom I am thankful for today. Starting with the first name I'm seeing on here, Nate with Nate Geek Flag with Nate Knows. 1973 says, like, share, subscribe, comment, and become a member. Yes, please do all those things. And yes, I am so thankful for Nate. He is an incredible supporter of the channel. He is a member. He always excels in the super chats and the financial ways of supporting the channel directly. But he also excels like a cheerleader in all of those non-financial ways. Hitting that like button, sharing comments like this, sharing out the stream on social media. And he even creates these little promotional AI type pictures that he shares out on the social media for myself and for Netter and for Boomer. And man, talk about someone to be thankful for. This is a rock pillar of the community, and I super appreciate it. As is Big Al of Big Al Presents, who says, "Happy Thankful Thursday, my friends. Have a great show." Yes, thank you so much. Honestly, talk about a cornerstone. Wouldn't even be doing this YouTube thing if it weren't for Big Al. Now, it's not just Big Al, but Big Al was a huge influence on most of us in this general community. Myself and Age Boomer and Netter probably wouldn't have gotten into the YouTube thing if it hadn't been for Big Al and his encouragement and, sharing streams with us and so forth. And then when things started to seem really bad, he was that positive sunshine that was like, do what you enjoy. Don't worry about the success. Don't worry about all those things. And so you should be thankful for Big Al. If you like what I do and you're thankful for me, be thankful for Big Al, or I wouldn't be here. Of course, that last sentence, it could not be applied anymore to anyone else than Netter's Network. My wife of 33 years, who honestly, with the exception of my mom, who I physically would not be alive without, has shaped the person that I am more than anyone else. And in fact, if you think about my mother shaping me for the first 21 years of my development, more than 2/3 of my life have been shaped by this woman here. And I am so thankful for her. All the positive things about my character, you really have to attribute to her influence on me, directly or indirectly. And she has also been the voice tamping down the more negative sides of my personality. Not perfectly, but she's done a decent job, I think. She, of course, says like, share, subscribe, become a member, leave a comment. Maybe gift a membership. Gifties are always a wonderful way to support not only myself, but growing the community. And whoever receives that gifted membership will be thankful to you as well. Let's see. Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, the probably one of the best blue wrenches in the community. She is not just on my channel. She's on so many other channels, and she's in there watching the chat and sharing out links when necessary. And she's just a wonderful supporter in that way behind the scenes. Not very behind the scenes. Nothing's truly behind the scenes. You kind of see everybody's handiwork based on the nature of how this stuff works. But make sure that you're following not only Connie Cleary, but her other channel, Fluff Chick Productions. She's someone that you absolutely must have in your community. I am thankful to see that Booger is here, and he's actually here from the beginning. I'm so glad, because it's always a better stream when you are here, my friend. Absolutely. I am also thankful that I have someplace to send you guys after we leave here. In fact, I am not sending you, I am chauffeuring you over to Wilky's Movies and Music immediately after this stream. I am thankful for him. Is it weird to be thankful for someone for the thanks they show you? I mean, thank you for saying thank you to me. This guy here has encouraged me so much, apparently because I've encouraged him. He is on many streams gone on, tangents about me and Netter and our apparent contributions to his channel. All we do is what we do, and that's share out other people's streams and support in any way that we can, because together we grow. Rising tide raises all ships. But it just makes you feel good when somebody's saying nice things about you. And Corey over there at Wilky's Movies and Music always has a kind word. So that is something else I am thankful for today. Thankful for Jonathan Conroy, who is faithful as Gunga Din. He is here all the time, early in the stream, saying, "Hail all, smash the like button and enjoy the show." That's the one thing I love about Jonathan Conroy. He always says, along with doing the things that support the channel, enjoy the show. That's the bedrock, right? Because if you don't enjoy the show, you're not going to be appreciative of the show. You're not going to want to do any of the other things. So please enjoy the show first and foremost. Let's see. Naturally, I'm in a meeting. Hopefully, I will be quick. Well, you know what? There's another thing I can be thankful for, is that Netter, while I'm here doing the streaming thing and doing the editing and setting up my streams and her streams and Asia Boomer streams and doing all the things that last call is founded on. She is working to earn the standard paycheck to support me more than anyone else possibly could, because talk about bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, kind of literally now that I think about it. But there's no way this channel is not at a place yet where I can support my family with it. That's what she's doing right now. So let's all be thankful to her for that aspect of it. That 70s rock fan, my friend, have not seen you in a while. You are, well, you know what? I'm going to be thankful for old friends I haven't seen in a long time. That's another Thursday thanks that I'm going to throw out to that 70s rock fan. Great channel, great accent, Anglophile. So definitely somebody to check out. And Blue Wrenches, if you could do me a favor and drop that 70s rock fans link into the chat. Want to make sure everybody follows him and hits that notification bell over there after they subscribe to him. It's brutal. It's brutal in the YouTube sphere right now. Everybody that I'm talking to, from channels that have like half the number of subscribers I do, to like literally Doomcock that I was talking to last night after his show, are saying that the whatever they've done to the algorithms is killing channels. Even the big channels are suffering. There is no support and promotion from the platform at all anymore. They are literally ignoring, if not tamping down, most channels. The only ones they are supporting are the big commercial ones. So, this is no longer going to be, if things keep going the way they are under YouTube, this is no longer going to be YouTubing. It's going to be they-tubing, is what it's going to be. So let's make sure we support channels like that 70s rock fan, as well as Girl's Random Thoughts. Welcome, my friend. He's also got a great channel. You know who else has a great channel? Curtis Selby, the voice of Northern Oklahoma. Nothing to see here, citizen. The tired midnight blogger himself. So I threw a lot at you, and if you don't know Curtis, make sure you're following this channel, Curtis Selby. He does a lot of content there, but he's also started another channel called Nothing to See Here, Citizen. You gotta split those eggs between baskets if you're going to make things successful. So make sure you're following him on both of those channels. And if you are a Blue Wrench, make sure you're sharing your own channel too. It's not just for you to help me out and help out other people. Help out yourself too. Make sure you put in your own streams as well. Together we grow. Together we grow. Leia Plus Size. Love seeing you here, my dear. She says, afternoon, Troy. Enjoyed you on Pop Culture Breakdown last night. Great show. Thank you so much. Please, I hope you guys understand that when I'm on a channel like that, that's got that big a chat. I mean, he had over 1,000 people in the chat at one time. I pretty much don't even pay attention to the chat. I was lucky to catch, I think, one comment from Nate, just by chance, because I happened to have just had one of my super chats read, and he responded to it. But that's the only reason I saw it. So I appreciate all of your support in Doomcock's chat, but there's no way that I could see that you were there. So I super appreciate that. Leia Plus Size. Smash the like button. Now. Yes. Thank you so much, Mark Melnikoff. He is my brother in Clindom. He is a true Klingon. I super appreciate him. And his wife, Julie, of course. See that? He even types with an accent. He said, "Good to see you, mate." Mate. That makes it British. You know? It's funny. I can't remember. Oh, who's the bloke? Italian American singer who sang a very popular rendition of Lazy Mary, you better get up. She answered back, I am not able. There's a great line in the song where after singing in Italian, he goes, and now I will sing for you a verse in the British. And of course, you know, it's just American English, but, you know. Anyway. My brother Troy, outstanding performance on Xanadoom last night. Yes, absolutely. Jesse Green, welcome. Hello all. Yes, thankful that Jesse Green received a gifted membership. Was it last week? So that returned him back to the membership. One of the benefits of membership, it's one that's not mentioned when you look to see what the tier, incentives are. One of the incentives that's not written, but available to all tier levels, is if you are a member of my channel, on every stream, I list you in the description, and I tag you. So you're probably receiving a whole lot of messages that say Troy has mentioned you in this video, and I may not mention you, verbally on air, but I have mentioned you in the description below, hopefully to help you out with, the fact that YouTube isn't great about the notification bell and honoring it, making sure that at least my members all know you specifically have been invited to this stream. At least I try. And longest running superhero RPG on Earth, Chris Kent. Good to see you, my friend. Greetings. Good to see you. He says, yes, please smash that like button. Absolutely appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. I would share my channel if I had a blue wrench. I feel like I used to have one. Must have been from the old channel. Continuum Chronicles. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Let me see if I can correct that right now. I'm way behind here. Add as moderator. There we go. There we go. You should now have a blue wrench to share your stream. Longest running superhero RPG on Earth. So yeah, just reshare it so it becomes a link. In fact, share both of your channels. Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. Werewolves of London. I may do that song tomorrow on the karaoke stream. Don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Just made live notification of our live stream this Saturday. So excited. Yes. My understanding is that Netter and I are going to be joining Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf on her channel for a live stream. Looking very, very forward to that. And hope you don't mind the new profile pic I got now. Don't mind it at all. Of course not. It's your profile pic. You're the one that has to live with it. So it's not for me to mind it, but I do like it. I do like it. The blue wrenches are from the Twilight Zone anyway. There you go. There you go. Good to be here, as always. I am so glad. And there's longest running superhero RPG wielding the blue wrench. Do I have? Yeah, I do. CK, you might recognize this book, right? This was a trimmed down version of the DC Superheroes role-playing game. that was put out specifically to focus on the Batman hype of the 89s. It is put out by Mayfair Games. It contains the exact same rules, just a little bit trimmed down and with a focus on the Batman characters. Luster, Skeptic, Tank, Obsessions. Talk about something to be thankful for. One of my VIP members. He joins me on Mondays for our members night at the movies, exclusive to all members, but he joins, because he's a VIP member, he joins me in the skybox to watch the movie in the studio with me and share his insights. He oftentimes has a very unique insight on films, because he and I have a very different background pop culturally, and I find it fascinating what he has to share. What movies he did see, what movies he didn't see. I find that just kind of interesting. While I'm at it, cranking out dumbbell reps. And they said ADD is bad. Well, there's nothing wrong with multitasking, especially when you're getting healthy. That's important. I have the Batman RPG inside my footrest as we speak. See, when everything's just within reach, right? There you go. There you go. FKHC 2005, whom some know as Tim. It's Thankful Thursday at Menards. Yes, exactly. And hail to you as well, Tim. It's good to see you. And after all of that, I think we are finally caught up. We are caught up. Unless somebody new happens in here, let me get myself to the most recent chats here. There we go. All right. So yes, I was on Doomcock again last night. This is not bragging. This is me just sharing something I am again thankful for. It was my 5th appearance on Pop Culture Breakdown. It's funny because up till now, every time I've been on, the first couple times, Gary Ambrosia reached out to me. And he was, I referred to him as my handler, right? You know, like, you have a babysitter, right? And so I said, since he was acting as a go-between between me and Doomcock, I'm like, he's my handler, right? Well, then he escaped from Xanadu, and so they needed a fill-in, and so Doomcock reached out to me directly and said, hey, would you be willing to come fill in while we search for Gary Ambrosia? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll be there. Actually, I think my my actual response was to respond with the tombstone gif. I'm your Huckleberry. So now Doomcock reaches out to me directly. And usually it's, hey, I know it's short notice, can you make it, this and that. So let's see, yesterday was Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday. Pretty sure it was Tuesday, or late Monday. So I saw the email early Tuesday from Doomcock, and it was just the notes that he sends out, to say, here's the topics for tonight. And I'm like, I responded back. I'm like, Doomcock, did you intend to send this to me, or was this like I was just on an email list and I accidentally got included? And he responded back, oh, no, I want you to guest tonight. And I sent him back some notes, about what we talked about, that the Superman and the whole Jor-El reboot in the electronic version. And so when I got on, he he's greeting everybody in the backdrop of the live stream, and he's like, and yes, Troy, if you receive an email from me, it's from me. I intend it. I don't have email lists. I had to physically type your name in, which meant I intended to send it to you. I'm like, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So again, something I'm very thankful for, that the larger community has embraced me. He even said I was part of the family, which I know sometimes is just something you say, but it still made me feel really good. I felt like $1,000,000. Thankful my ass, I just found out from my doctor that I might have diabetes on top of my high blood pressure. Well, interestingly, those two things do go together, my friend. So maybe it's time to take a cue from Lester San Jose and start working out and cutting down the sugar. I have found that I think I've told you guys about this just before the pandemic. I had gone through some pretty intense weight loss, and I lost well over 100 pounds. Some of my older pictures, you wouldn't even recognize me. I'm round, very round. And obviously a big part of that is cutting. Yeah, you cut carbs, specifically sugar. So I wasn't eating any candies. I wasn't eating any ice cream. I wasn't eating anything sweet. Let me tell you something. Your body changes, not just in outward appearance, but the way it handles food, the way it craves food, the way it responds to food. And to this day, last night, yesterday afternoon, I had to go to the dentist to get some. It's actually on this side, to get some work done, and actually Netter did too. And one of the things we always do after going to the dentist is go to get ice cream. And I got, again, I had Superman on the mind, so I got their Superman ice cream. It's a special limited promotion. It's like blue ice cream with red and yellow and blue confetti in it. But it was cake mix flavored with cookie dough in it. And I specifically wanted some cookie dough, so I got that. But it was so sweet. And I got the small one. I'm not exaggerating. It was about that tall. And I only ate half of it. I couldn't eat anymore. I was getting nauseated because my body, and even we made those pies that I talked about last week, the cherry pie from the Twin Peaks book, and the cinnamon pie inspired by that Dual Spires episode. And I'm not really eating them because I'm just not craving sweets. And when I do have them, I get a little nauseated. Actually, I'm doing better with the cinnamon pie, because the cinnamon pie, it's like a cheesecake, which really balances the sweetness with the cheesy, slightly salty almost flavor. So I can do a little bit better with that. But that cherry pie, just so sweet. Now, admittedly, fresh fruit tastes really good in there, but still too much for me. Anyway, I don't mean to lecture, but Nate, we want you to be around for as long as possible. Get that under control. Listen to your doctor. See, I believe you're a spiritual man, Nate. I suspect that about you. We know that doctors are just humans, right? They make mistakes. They can be wrong. They are very fallible. However, I do believe that they are authority figures put in our lives with good counsel. And good counsel comes from God. So I often, when I'm in a medical situation trying to get better, like this broken foot and all this kind of stuff, I put that intention out there and say, God, as though it came from you, I am going to follow this advice. And I ask you to bless that, And I do believe that intention and following it like it's holy scripture, even though it's absolutely not, but having that heart, I believe that heart gets blessed, and your efforts will be blessed. So treat getting your diet and exercise on right, and I fully believe that diabetes and blood pressure will be eliminated for you. But you got to work at it. You pray like it all depends on God, but you work like it all depends on you. Give God something to work with, you know. Charlotte Nightstar the Werewolf. I'd love to have a live stream of Doomcock someday on my channel. He seems so lovely. He's a great guy. He really is. Oh, Gary. Gary is... He's funny because his public persona, what he does on stream, he doesn't always play a character, right? He's generally the way you see him, but he tries to play like he's being a jerk, you know, like he's picking on you and stuff. But he is absolutely behind the scenes the nicest, most generous guy. He's incredibly generous. Yeah, I owe him a lot. Gary is someone else that I am thankful for. He invited Netter and myself out to MegaCon in Florida earlier this year. Well, he actually invited us last year, but we made the arrangements to go down, and it was a huge impact on this channel because got a lot of growth from that. Got to meet Culture Casino in person. Got to meet WDW Pro in person. Got to meet Jonas J. Campbell, Martin Montanaro. Got to meet all those guys in person. They are good people. And of course that just helps us grow the community because we kind of overlap our communities, and it's kind of like the Borg, you know. So that is some wonderful stuff. Yeah, Val Kilmer should have won for Tombstone. You're absolutely right about that, Tim. On top of the fact that I have arthritis in my knee, I keep having constant computer problems, and I can't afford to buy a new one right now. Yeah. Well, you know, that arthritis thing, that will also be helped by getting the blood pressure and the diabetes under control. They all work together. Arthritis is an inflammatory disease that is exasperated by things like high blood pressure and the insulin reaction that you have because of your diabetes. So they all go hand in hand. All of those health problems you're having are all, all have the same root cause, and that's your metabolism. So get on that. And I hate to say this, you know, this is just science. This is just corollary science. This isn't, you know, racism. Dealing with realities of being different is not racist. It's just dealing with reality. And as a black man, you are in a genetic danger spot for things like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's just part of your genetic makeup that makes you more susceptible to that. So you have to be even more concerned about it than many other people. And it is corollary. It does have to do with lifestyle and stuff like that. But it is also a genetic factor as well. And sometimes you got to fight against your own genetics, really, you know. But he didn't get even a nomination for it. Well, that just shows you how long these awards have been ridiculous and do not deserve our support. But I've gotten from independent MDs is insulin resistance is the likely genesis of high blood pressure and cardio-related issues. Yes, exactly right. So get the blood pressure under control, get the diet under control, and all of those areas of your life get better. Yeah. I just got my copy of Medical Monopoly. Interesting. Here you go. Yeah, I had some of that Superman ice cream from Dairy Queen too, and wasn't into it. Cake frosting was overwhelming. Yeah, Yeah, I probably would have been a little bit better off if I'd have gone with a straight cookie dough ice cream. Honestly, I'd probably be better off just eating some cookie dough. Cookie dough isn't as sweet as ice cream is. It's got a little bit of, almost saltiness to it. Diabetes is the most successfully treated of the chronic conditions. Of course, we're talking about type 2 diabetes, the one you acquire because of your insulin routine being thrown off. Whereas type 1 diabetes is a genetic disease. Your body literally doesn't create insulin the way it should, and there's nothing you can do about that other than insulin shots. But take care. Thank you so much for stopping in, Tim. It was good hanging out with you. A year ago, I got a bad report card from my doctor, motivated me to make changes in my diet. Yeah, get older, the body changes. Yeah, it absolutely does. And I think you'll notice that when you look at the celebrities, as they get older, and some of them, like, as we say, hit the wall, and others are like, man, she looks as good as she did, 30 years ago, maybe better. Part of that is genetics, right? But don't be fooled. Even if they have great genetics, they're working really hard. They are sacrificing in their diet. They are meticulous about their diet. They are constant and regular about their exercise routines. And you see the results, What's the autographed merchandise coming out now, or when's the autographed merchandise coming out now that you're famous? Hadn't really thought about autographs, but I am working on, with Netter, getting merchandise. We do have a merch vendor. We just haven't announced it yet. I need to get more product in that I can show on camera and stuff, start talking about it. And then we'll start doing, promotions of the merch store and stuff. I kind of see myself doing it in a similar way, in a similar style to the way Svengoolie does. The way he does his merch ads during his shows. I kind of dig that. It's part of the entertainment value. I've known the dingus with my diabetes. I trust a doctor because he or she went through the grind of med school at the same time. It's tough because who informs who? Yeah. So you don't want to fall into the trap of submission to authority, right? Just because he's got a white lab coat doesn't mean he knows everything. It means that he or she was educated to a degree beyond what you know, but that doesn't mean they have all the education, and it also doesn't mean they have all the most recent education. Look, the past 5 years have demonstrated that very clearly to us, that doctors believed what they were taught in medical school and stopped looking at current studies. They just accepted things as facts when that's not how science works. Not to mention, most honest scientists will tell you that the scientific method is not employed in the scientific papers you usually read. A lot of the scientific papers you read and the studies and the journals, it all depends on who's paying those scientists and what results they want to get. I'm not saying people are fudging things. I'm just saying that statistics can be manipulated. Just saying. Did peace out on a dietitian the moment I observed her speaking out both sides of her mouth. Yeah, that's a good indicator that she, is following current trends, and sometimes current trends conflict. And if you're trying to follow all those current trends, you're going to have conflicts, right? Look for a doctor who talks about being well balanced. When they say eliminate something from your diet and they don't use temporary in there. So, in other words, what am I saying? If you're going to cut carbs, you should not be cutting carbs for the rest of your life. Carbs are not evil, right? But you need to understand what role they play in your diet. And maybe in the short term, you've been eating too many carbs. So maybe a fast from carbs for a while, focusing on a high protein diet for a while, might be a good idea. And then you start working some carbs back into your diet, just enough to give you a little bit of energy throughout the day. Not enough to start packing it into your fat cells and storing it up for later. Diabetes, high blood pressure do go together. Found out in my battle with sleep apnea, yep, that's another one that's directly related. And it tends to be a biofeedback, right? So when you put on extra weight, right, the glottis and the throat muscles become a little, there becomes a little sagginess, and that's what closes off and causes you to snore, right? How do you do that? You rattle the flaps that enlarge with fat. That's what leads to sleep apnea. But it's also closing off that windpipe, which means you're not getting good respiration. You're not getting good sleep. You're waking up, which increases your blood pressure. So your blood pressure goes up, right? You get more tired. You do less physical activity because you're tired throughout the day. You pack on the pounds, you get heavier, you have a harder time sleeping, and it just reinforces. So you got to get yourself working in the other direction. You start treating your sleep apnea, and Mark knows this because I told him, and he found it to be true. You go and deal with the machine, the CPAP machine, so you get a good night's sleep. The next day you're feeling a little better. You could be a little bit more active, and over time, with diet and exercise, you start to lose weight, you get better night's sleep, you get healthier. You can turn it around. You can, what is that, flushing the toilet in Australia? You can make it go around the other way, I had something weird happen to me this past week. Started bleeding. Kept going for days, but the silver lining was, in the ER, they said, all my stuff looks good. Well, that's concerning because you need an answer, right? I used to have a laundry list of medical problems. Just keep working at it. Just keep working at it, right? I don't care how big the tree is. If you keep chopping at it, eventually it will fall. Yo, Joe! Good to see you, my friend. Really good to see you. Thankful that you made it here today as well. My doctor said the same thing about that. There you go. And she's back. I'm back. There you go. Okay. I've gone way too long. Is it too late for me to do the promos? Because we're almost at time for Roundup. Let me do the promos because I'm proud of them. And we'll finish up right after. Be right back.
You're watching Liquid Lunch, streaming every weekday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's sip together.
This week on Netter's Network, there must always be a Stark in Winterfell. That's why Netter is sitting down with Stark of Iron.
Troy, not that Stark. It's the Marvel one, not the Ice and Fire one. You know Tony Stark, he makes you feel he's a cool exec with a heart of steel.
Oh, thanks, Sophia. Well, Netter sits down with Stark of Iron this Thursday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Netter's Network.
This week on Saturday Night at the Movies, when Elizabeth Bennet meets the handsome Mr. Darcy, she believes he is the last man she could ever marry, but as their lives become intertwined, she finds herself captivated by the man she has sworn to hate forever. It's Pride and Prejudice on Big Al Presents Films with Friends, Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it somewhere else, but Boomer and Pacelli put a spin on it you likely won't hear anywhere else. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
After Mr. Burns steals oil from Springfield Elementary and blocks out the sun, he is shot by an unknown assailant in the cliffhanger ending to Season 6 of The Simpsons. Then, the mystery is explored and resolved in the Season 7 premiere, with many cultural references, including several to Twin Peaks. We'll explore who shot Mr. Burns this week on Live from Sparkwood in 21, Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, on Deleted Scenes and Affiliates.
With her main drive unit damaged beyond repair, the Scorpio and the crew will be stranded on the base, unless they can find a replacement. Dr. Plaxton and her drive prototype provide a dream solution, except there's one problem. She's working for the space rats. Can the crew obtain a new star drive? Next time on Last Call Presents Blake 7, Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
We now return to our liquid lunch.
Nate says, yep, saw a picture of Halle Berry yesterday, and she's 56, and she looks exactly the same as when she was 34. And there's a place where genetics work in your favor, right? They say black don't crack, and that's true. I've noticed that both black men and black women have a tendency to show their age much, much less. That is one of the positives too. I do believe it has to do with the melanin in the skin. So literally the color of your skin does work as a benefit. Well, we know that it works as a benefit because it protects you from the sun, right? And the sun is the most aging factor in the skin. White people that go and tan themselves a lot tend to get all wrinkly real young. And whereas that's not the case with people with high melanin count. It protects them from the sun, but it also protects that elasticity of your skin, so you really don't wrinkle the way white people do. And we know it's the melanin because it's not just people of African descent, but it's you see it throughout the Eastern races too that have a higher melanin count. So benefit there. But yes, this is what I was saying. It's both genetics and how you work. And she probably has a great diet, and she probably works out constantly. That's absolutely true. And I'll tell you something else. Don't go messing with injections and surgeries and stuff. I'm sorry. Those things make you look worse. They make you look worse. They really, really do. Think it through before you do any of that kind of stuff. To paraphrase The Princess Bride, trust me, I'm a doctor. No good. I've known too many doctors. Yeah, exactly. Not only that, this is something I always say when someone says I'm a doctor. Yeah, doctor of what? You can have a PhD in critical theory. That means you're stupid. That's really what that means. You've got a doctorate in stupidity. Having known a lot of doctors in the work setting, a good doctor will help you with a serious plan that is right for you. Any treatment should be multifaceted: diet, exercise, medicine, stress reduction. Yeah. I see too many doctors that are looking for drugs that they can prescribe to you. Because remember, they get kickbacks from the pharmaceutical companies when they peddle, when the doctor peddles their pharmaceuticals. Just saying. And I do believe that there are a lot of diseases out there that are treatable and curable with natural means, But it doesn't do the pharmaceutical companies any good for you to know that. They wouldn't be able to sell their drugs. Not all. I'm saying some. Specific ones. I'm not saying stop taking drugs. Do have a conversation with your doctor about it, but yeah, there you go. Let's see. I don't have diabetes, but I have gout, and that restricts my diet. Yeah, talk with Mark Mallenkoff a little bit about the gout. Yeah, I'm fearful of the gout. So yes, you do have to get your diet on straight, and it's worth doing because it can literally alleviate the pain. Remember, the guy at the top of the class and the guy at the bottom of the class in medical school are both called doctor. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. I'm about to peace out to the NP at the cardiology client I've been going to after reading To Cut Down Salt. Yeah. That's old information based on faulty studies. I'm not saying, go throw a lot of salt in your diet, but it doesn't do what doctors think it does. And if they're not keeping up with the studies, they're not keeping up with the science. I have one of those machines too, and it's not helping me sleep. I'm wide awake and I'm being tortured. Yeah, there's different styles. Netter has been having this problem too, because everyone sleeps differently, and the flow is different for people. Some breathe more through their nose, some breathe more through their mouth. Some have a problem with their mouth opening up at night, and others don't. So you've got to identify that. Work with the sleep clinic to find out. Tell them what symptoms you're having besides I'm not sleeping. I'm waking up with a dry mouth. I'm waking up with sore nasal passages. I'm waking up with headaches. Whatever it is. So it helps them determine, well, you need a strap to hold your mouth closed, or you need a full face mask, to cover both your nose and your mouth. Or no, you just need to cover your nose, let just your mouth be open. I don't know what it is, but it is worth working at. These things aren't one size fits all kind of a thing. Yep, see, I told you that Mark would leap in there for you. And yep, I told you, talk to Netter. Netter's there for you with the advice. She's, like I said, she's dealing with it too. And I've just been very blessed. Had this terrible sleep apnea, literally falling asleep, sometimes at the wheel of my car when it was at its worst. And the first night with the CPAP, I got a solid first night's sleep. I was out like a light, woke up in the morning, perfectly fine. I don't have perfect night's sleeps now, but much better. Much better. It's really worked for me. And diet is one of the hardest things for people to change, mainly because your diet preferences for food being made before your birth. Still, it can be done and is a big factor. Yeah. And honestly, if you work at it, it does eventually take. Like I said, the whole thing about cutting out sugar for such a long period of time, and now I actually get nauseated when I try to have it, to the point where I really am like, ice cream, maybe not. No, it's not gonna go well. And that's a good positive reinforcing thing. I make better choices because I'm craving better foods, or foods that are better for me. Hey, Horror King, we're just wrapping up now. And I am wrapping up now because I want to make sure we get you all over to Wilky's Movies and Music, and you don't miss any of his show. I want to be sensitive to that. So let's go ahead and wind it down. Very thankful for all of you. Honestly, I tell you this all the time, and it is so true. I could not do this if you guys weren't supporting me. I'm barely able to do this, honestly. It is so, so hard. So just remember, anything you can do to support the channels you love. Otherwise, if YouTube has its way, we're all going to go away. And all you're going to get is more of the corporate crap that you got on cable and TV, just now carried by YouTube. So if you want to keep the alternative, more personal voices that you've come to love, you got to make sure you're supporting those channels. All right? Channels like Wilky's Movies and Music that I'm going to show you over to right now. I want to thank you all so much for sharing this Thankful Thursday with me. Liquid Lunch is wonderful, but it's always better because of you guys. So you guys take care, and I'll see you over at Wilky's Movies and Music. Take care, everyone. Salute.
Goodbye. Hope to see you again real soon.
So here's to the daylight, the drinks and the fun, our liquid lunch, till the next one comes. With a wink and a smile, we'll be back real soon, chasing that jazz under the high noon.